Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and what I got for you today is the review of the Novacore M7 Thanatos. That's the name of it, Thanatos. It is a camera bird, a 2 megapixel camera bird, as we see here. This camera includes a swivelable lens. I'm going to point it upward a bit so we can get some good video of the sky. But again, you can move this lens up and down. It has a little knob on it here to easily do such, but you got to manually do that before the flight to set the pitch on it. Other than that, it's a interesting looking design for a quadcopter. If you look at it here, it's kind of unusual shaped, a little bit longer. I'm not sure. I think they were trying to clone another quadcopter that does have another similar shape to this, but other than that, it's a video quadcopter. Again, here's how you control your video: by pushing down on this button, and take a photo by pushing up on that one. It includes headless mode and one key return. You activate the headless mode by pushing this trim button, the yaw trim button, and you activate one key return by pushing it in the other direction here. You can set the different rates by, the beginner and expert rates by pressing this button here, and you can actually do flips, as just about everyone can do flips by pressing this button here. Let's go for a flight of this thing. I'm particularly curious of the performance of its camera and the performance headless mode and one key return. We're going to demonstrate that today. So, hope you enjoy this flight. Let's go for it. Okay, before we go for the flight, I want to show you it does have an on-off switch. I like on-off switches. I don't know why they don't put them on all quadcopters. They're very important. They're great and safe in the quadcopter. But I guess one reason that they don't put them in is people tend to accidentally forget to unplug that battery, and that could be a little bit dangerous. It does have a little headlight on front that really shows up at night. I'm going to try to do some night flying with this maybe tonight here to show you its night flying performance. But let's go and set our headless mode bearing. We're going to use Owen's Peak off in the distance there as our reference. Place the quadcopter and point it in that direction. Binding the quadcopter. And first thing I want to do today is just demonstrate that headless mode and one key return. Let's fly off in the direction of Owen's Peak there and activate one key return and see what happens. Whoops, there's one key return. It seems to just drift. Is this headless mode? Maybe No? Let's bring that in again. Bring it closer. And go into higher rate. Okay, it's a nice steady quadcopter. Let's get up to it. Very steady. But I want to see that one key return. That didn't do it. Oh, there we go. So now, the way it looks here is, it understands that that is the headless mode direction. I must have set it while flying here, pointing it in that direction. Let's do that again. So I'm wrong. Headless mode is that way. One key return is pointing it that way. And it does seem to work. Let's see, can you reset headless mode bearings? Okay. It works. That's the one key return. I'm just wondering why it's picked that direction. Maybe I was pointing in that direction. Maybe you can reset the headless mode bearing. Whoops. Not sure what happened there. Hold on a second, folks. Let me rebind the quadcopter. I got a feeling that this quadcopter, you can reset the headless mode bearing by pressing this button. Let's try that again. Rebinding the quadcopter. And pressing one key return. Yeah, that's it. You set the headless mode bearing. Let me point that out. Let me land it real quick. I want to save battery power on this. You set the headless mode bearing by pushing to the left. Okay, that wasn't very clear in the instructions. Let's see if this is true. Let's pick that is our new direction. And set the headless mode bearing, the 1 key return headless mode bearing. Let's fly off in that direction there. And I'm going to rotate the quadcopter, and then I'm going to press the 1 key return. Now, it seems to go whichever direction the quadcopter's pointed. Okay, that's confusing, but headless mode. Well, the headless mode doesn't seem to work. The 1 key return seems to just merely send the quadcopter flying down backwards. Let's show what I'm talking about here. Flying down backwards down its current bearing. See, it's pointed that way, so it just flies backwards down the bearing. So that's what the 1 key return does, and the headless mode doesn't seem to work. Okay, let's try that camera. Let me bring it in close here. And I want to land it first, because I want to make sure the camera is recording. Let's verify we got a camera light. Yes, I got a red camera light. Let's test that camera out. Let's send it up. This is the camera on the M7. Let me rotate it. Nice and steady flyer, by the way. I did mention that already. Let's bring it down now, bring it low. I guess this is designed to be a camera bird. Doesn't seem to be very acrobatic. Let's try a higher rate. Okay, I'm in high rate now. Let's turn off the camera. I want to demonstrate its flight abilities. That was the camera. Camera's off. Let me fly overhead here. Notice how steady this thing flies though. Yep, green light, so the camera's off. Let's try funnels. Well, there's its funneling. Let's bring it close so you can see those funnels. And there's its battery. Let's see if we got any more flight out of it. No, that's about it. So, I demonstrated the 1 key return on this. When it flies, I could not get the headless mode to activate. And when I activated the 1 key return, whatever direction the quadcopter was pointed, at the moment I pressed the 1 key return, it would just fly backwards down that heading, whatever direction it was pointed when 1 key return was activated. I did demonstrate the camera feature. We set it up high, and hopefully that camera video came out nicely. And overall, it's very steady flyer, very steady flyer. Good learn to fly quadcopter for those who need to learn to fly. But the headless mode doesn't seem to work on this. So that's the review of the Novacore M7 flight test. Hope you enjoyed this flight test. This is Quadcopter 101 signing out.